Greetings, my name is Bryce Summers, and today I'm going to show you how to create a Summers Camp document. First, here we are on the main screen. To create a new document, go over to the New File button and then click it with the left mouse button. We are now inside the document editing screen. The document editing screen consists of the menu ribbon, the data region, and the operations region. I'll now describe how each of these works. The menu region consists of buttons that allow you to do various macroscopic operations, such as going back to the main menu, saving a file, viewing helpful tutorials like this one, and branching between different problems. I will talk more about that in a later video. The data region will display the data that you have created once you have created it. The operations panel allows you to perform computations on various pieces of data together using operators and the order of operations. I will talk about that later in this video. We will now create our very first matrix. We must click on the Create Initial Matrix button. Alternatively, we could click on the New Matrix button. We're gonna click on the one in the middle right now. This brings us to the matrix input screen. It gives you a box that tries to communicate what you're supposed to do. But for now we don't need this since I'm narrating it right now. The matrix creation screen consists of various boxes. The boxes represent different elements in the matrix. In addition to the boxes are buttons that allow you to perform mutations on the matrix. For instance, this button will add a new column to the matrix. This button will add a new row to the matrix. Once the matrix is at the desired size, such as a 3x3 matrix, you can click in a box to add input data. You can type in any algebraic expression that is supported by the program. Example types of numbers or expressions you might input are 1. I'm gonna move to the second box right now by pressing the Tab button. You can also type in decimals like 1.23456789001. I'm going to move to the next box by pressing the Tab button. The program automatically converts all of your expressions to fractions because they're easier to display, and it was a pretty arbitrary choice, but that's what it does. If you want to see your input again, you can just go back to the box and it will show you the raw text that you input before it performs some formatting on it. Let's go back here. You can also type in algebraic variables such as x, y, z, etc. And it will create a representation of it. You can even type in expressions into these boxes like 45. Let's make it simpler. 4 times 2 plus 1. So obeying the order of operations, 4 times 2 would be 8, and then 8 plus 1 would be 9. We use the tab key to get out of this box to the next one. And see? It evaluates to 9. So you can go and populate each of these boxes with whatever you want. Ones, zeros, random letters. And there you have a matrix. There are lots of operations for changing the matrix based on what you might want. I'll get more into detail into all of these operations, in addition to the selection buttons and all the other buttons later in another tutorial. For now, let's click the Done button. So once you've created a data point or a piece of data like a matrix, it will go to the operation pane. Right now, we have the matrix that we just created here. These pieces of data can be combined with various operators, such as left parentheses, right parentheses, negation signs, addition signs. Oh, the negation signs also can also be used for subtraction. Multiplication signs, division, and the grouping operator. We'll talk about that one later. So you can also multiply things by just putting them next to each other. You don't necessarily need to use the multiplication operator. If the program does not understand what you mean, then it will tell you. The program will try to interpret what you mean as well as it possibly can. So right now we have a matrix. Say we want to multiply this by a scalar. We would go here and click on the new scalar button, which gives a blank scalar button box. To change it, we left click on it. And then we can type enter it much like the boxes inside the matrix input screen. How about we multiply everything by 2? We've now created an expression. If we ever want to change any piece of data inside the expression, for matrices, we click on them, and they bring us back to the matrix input screen, in which we can change various parameters. For now, let's go back. If you ever want to change a scalar, click on it, and then you can type more stuff into it. For now, 2 is pretty good. Once you're satisfied with the computation you want to perform, you can press the evaluate button, or alternatively you can use the shortcut E key. Let's evaluate this right now. We've now evaluated the expression. Notice how the ones have been multiplied by 2, because that's the operation that we specified. Once the result is put into the operation pit, once the result is put into the data region, we can use the outputs of the operation as inputs for new operations, such as we can select columns. See? If you ever want to undo something, you press the undo button. If you want to delete the entire computation, press this button. So you can select by rows, by columns, and all. For now, how about we select or you can select one element. For now, let's select this 2. So this 2 becomes the input for a new operation. So let's say we want to do something complicated, like multiplying it by 2. We can create another scalar. Alternatively, we could go up here and choose a 2, and it would do the same thing. since I'd like to delete this last 2, so I'll go over here and press the undo button. Now as you see, it has been deleted. So now that I have these inputs, I've now created a new expression. Let's evaluate it and see it becomes 4. In addition to the data entries, you also have commenting boxes right here. To type into them, first click on them, and a cursor appears. Then you can type anything that you wish to type into these boxes. Ideally, these boxes would be used to describe what the computation represents, such as, for this one, we could label it initial matrix. If you ever want multiple lines in your comments, you can go down here and press the addition button, the plus button, and it will create a new comment. New comment. If you ever want to modify an old one, just click on it, and the cursor shows up right there, and you can add stuff in, delete it. If you ever want to delete a comment, such as say this comment was no longer useful, then you can go over here and press the X button, and it gets deleted. Let's make a new comment. Let's call it comment 2. Say we ever want to switch comments. If we want to do that, then you come over here and you press the comment shift button, which will shift that comment down one, and the other one, all the rest will shift up. If you ever make a mistake, say you didn't really want to create 4, or you have a new avenue of attack, then you can branch at any point inside the computation tree. So in other words, say I no longer like this 4 here. I can go over here, I press the branch button. Now that computation is no longer visible, and I can perform new computations such as 18 plus 1. If I ever want to see the old computation again, you go over here and you press the left branch button. These branch buttons, let's create another bogus computation real quick. Evaluate. Oh, by the way, notice there's a scroll button here. This allows you to scroll down. See? Scroll button. So you can branch right at any point. Just branch right now. And then the computations below it are deleted. You can branch back. You can branch right. You can keep on branching. If you find that this entire problem, if you want to do something completely different, then you do the problem branch. That branches the entire document to a new problem. We consider the whole document to be, it's kind of like a homework assignment. It's a whole set of problems. Whereas each individual computation is only one problem you're trying to solve. Let's go back. So I hope this has been useful to you in understanding the basics of the Summers computer-aided mathematics program user interface. Once we're done, we go to the export button and we click on it, and it allows us to save the document. let's call it saved file 1, and then we press save. If we don't want to save it in the root folder, we can click on any of these folder buttons to go there. Let's save it. Now that it's been saved, we can go back to the main menu and exit. Once we're at the main menu, we click on the exit button to exit the program. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.